In this video, I'm reviewing XO Khloé by Khloe Kardashian. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I'm a perfume reviewer. Please do subscribe and join this All the Perfume community. And if you're not new, thank you for watching, all of your support, liking and commenting on my videos. Thank you to Chloe and to Pure PR for sending me this perfume to try. And it was at the beginning of 2024, I think, that I'd heard that Chloe would be bringing out some high-end fragrances. So who knows, maybe there'll be more in the future. And I was excited because I really like her. I think she's funny. I have watched the Kardashians and still would watch the Kardashian programs, but I really enjoy her taste in what she wears, and I've really enjoyed her previous fragrance endeavours as well. So I will talk about those a bit later in the video. But in terms of this scent, XO Khloé, when it was launched, I had my eye on it. I knew I wanted to try it, and yeah, I hoped that I would really like it too. This perfume landed in store at the end of last year, and it was exclusive to Harrods at the start, I believe. And when I did finally get to try it in April this year in Boots, I thought it was nice, but it really reminded me of Chloe, which I had a bottle of when it was launched circa 2008, and it really had that vibe. I'd had other reviewers say they thought the same, and it shares the rose and the woods, and I thought it's pretty, but it's just not a me scent. Now, me being me and a bit of a fangirl of Chloe, I did know that I still wanted to have this bottle, wear the fragrance properly and review it. So I'm really pleased to be able to have done that because it's changed my mind on the scent a bit. But with that Chloe fragrance, it was at a time when I bought it that I don't think I really knew my own taste. I just got really drawn to new launches and kind of wanted to have everything. Please tell me if you've been there. So that was what it was reminding me of, but there is more to the fragrance than that, so we will of course get into it. We'll talk packaging and prices first, and I think this is really stunning, elegant packaging, and I love what they did with this whole aesthetic at the launch. It all looked really beautiful, and you've got this lovely weighty cube, and I only realised, shamefully, like 2 days ago, that these are crosses, right? Like X's, like the XO Khloé on the bottle. And it is much nicer in reality, I would say, than it is from pictures. It's really pretty, it just works. It looks like great quality and it feels good. And you've got the cap with the same X's each side, just the same as the bottle, and teeny tiny under the cap it says Khloe Kardashian around it. So that is the bottle. Then I love the box. This shade, what would we call this shade? A beige with the roses. Well, it feels nice, it's a nice texture, and you know I don't keep my boxes, but I appreciate them for a little bit while I've got a new perfume. So the whole aesthetic of this is really nice. Now with your prices, this is in Boots now. That's when I tried it, in Boots. It is £55 for a 30ml bottle of the perfume, and it's £75 for the 100ml bottle of the perfume. So as I film, those are the price points right now. This press release was in my parcel. I love this. I love when it feels like a really thought out launch, and the campaign with Chloe is very beautiful, timeless, chic. I love it. And the brand said they wanted this to be a sensual floral to reflect Chloe's glamorous essence and her fearless energy as well. With our notes, you have in the top crystallised rose petals, lavender and sage blossom. In the middle, orange blossom water, praline and juicy peach. And in the base, moss, tonka bean, sexy musks and soft wood. And it is the peach that I was really excited about in this fragrance. I was expecting really white floral when I tried it that first time, and it was smelling like Chloe. It tied in with that, but yeah, actually spraying this and wearing it over time has changed my mind. Let's give the fragrance a test. And I did really enjoy wearing it for my full day's wear, and I've enjoyed testing it on my skin, ready to review as well. When I first smelled this, it is still that Chloe DNA. It smells like a white floral, which you'll be very happy about if that's the scent profile you enjoy. But better for me personally, quite quickly you get the sugariness of the crystallised rose petals, because that's what crystallised rose petals are. They are rose petals in sugar and in water, and somehow, even though that's not something that I'd want to eat, it gives a kind of tempting, well, sugar, I suppose. So maybe it is meant to have that edible vibe, but it smells addictive and it has me wanting to keep on sniffing. You definitely get lavender come through, but not too much. Lavender isn't something I would want a lot of in this scent, but it gives it something smooth and clean. And there is a hint of the praline, but even better, that peach is there. That peach I was excited about is in this fragrance. And I will say that it really comes through on the skin. So this had me re-sniffing my arm because the peach on the skin was juicy and watery, and again, pretty. I wouldn't normally use pretty and juicy in the same sentence, but it just really works together, and that's how the scent smells on the skin. It's very musky. I find that on the blotter and the skin, but a difference is that I smell the woods on the blotter, but not on my skin, and I would have liked it to have been a little bit more woody coming through in the dry down. It is smelling like it looks, like a timeless, classic, elegant perfume. I've used the word pretty a lot, and I'm happier with it than I was with that first impression and what I get from the very top. It is better than that, and our peach note is having a moment. So it's on trend there that you get a prominent peach in this perfume. It smells good. I think this is a scent that I can imagine somebody wearing to work, being a signature that they're very happy with, and it's a day perfume. In the typical sense of what we think of as what we reach for day and night, you could wear it for night, but this suits day wear. It's a safe office wear. It's a safe perfume to wear around people who don't love perfume. It's subtle. And what I will say as well is that it's not groundbreaking, but it doesn't promise to be. Now, thinking about Kylie Jenner and the clips that they were reposting around the launch of Cosmic, and I say this only because of the fact that I'm talking about groundbreaking scents, not because they're sisters. Lots of the influencers and content creators were saying, oh, it's like nothing else I've ever tried, it's so different. But this hasn't been said of XO Khloé. They said sensuous floral, and you know, it's a great floral perfume that's got peach and is musky. So I think this is day signature worthy, and it's a safe gift for somebody who loves Khloé, or a gift to yourself if you know you love her as well. Is it worth it? Is XO Khloé worth the money? And I have already mentioned the prices. And the thing is that now £75 isn't really niche high-end price anymore, is it? We can so easily pay that for designer perfumes. So the bigger bottle is sitting around the designer price points. And if you want the scent profile, I think with the quality of it and how beautiful it is, then that is worth the money. You'd think I'd want the cheaper one, really, the £55, but that maths doesn't work out for me. The £55 for just 30 millilitres, for the value, if you love it that much, you are much better off buying the bigger bottle, because it's, you know, how many times bigger? It's much more worth the money. Myself, I, as a fangirl of Khloé and as a reviewer, really love having this in my collection. It's great to be able to review it properly, but I wouldn't need it for my personal taste. That was a really enjoyable wear with the peach and the deliciousness and the juicy wateriness. I love it, but I don't think I would justify that price in my collection for that element of it. I'd want to love it all. I'd want to love that opening, and I'd want to be able to smell the woods on my skin as well, which I can't. This is the scent for you if you want pretty peach, floral and musk. It's great for that, but I think that smaller bottle definitely needs to come down in price to make that one better value and have a way into the scent that's less than, well, we could be hopeful, less than £40, but realistically we would want to be paying less than 50 for that 30 millilitre bottle. I said I would throw it back to Chloe's previous fragrance endeavours. Let's do it. My only little thing with this campaign is that they do say on the press release Chloe's debut fragrance, or the debut fragrance from Khloé, and I'm thinking, but it isn't. And I'm all for new starts and rebranding and new brands and changes, because in a different way in my own life I'm all about the new start and being allowed to change your mind, but it just isn't the debut. in my head. So I think that just if I was running things, I would have left that word out, but never mind. So we've got, firstly, the Chloe and Lamar perfumes, and bearing in mind what I've just said, I can see why those ones are put to the past, but just to tell you my experience of those scents, we had a couple of great ones that I've talked about a lot. There was Unbreakable Bond, and sometimes just called Unbreakable, and that was a perfect autumn scent, and until quite recently you could buy it for about £4 online in the UK, and it's apple, it's bergamot, and it's Mexican chocolate, and it's perfectly unisex, and I just love to wear that one. Even I don't reach for it quite as much now because there is something a little bit odd about putting that one online when it's from, you know, a marriage that didn't work out, etc. It doesn't feel too tasteful to do so, but the scent was really, really great. Then you've got Unbreakable Joy, which, was it meant to be a Christmas scent? It became my Christmas Day scent for years, and fun fact, my son was born on Christmas Day. Some of you will know that already, and I took the perfume to hospital. I'm a dedicated perfume lover, and yeah, I didn't particularly feel like putting it on myself, but I sprayed it into the room at one point. It was my Christmas Day scent for a long time, and it is champagne, cedar and spices, and it smells really good. The third one they had in that line was Unbreakable Love, and I can't remember if I had that. I think I did, going back a long time now, but it wasn't really a me scent, and it was neroli, and it was musk, and it was quite watery and light and just not as much of a statement or to my taste as the other two. But yeah, that was Chloe's first endeavour into fragrance, 3 perfumes with Lamar, the Unbreakable series. Next on Chloe's timeline of fragrances was her collaborations with KKW Fragrance, which was Kim's line, and she collaborated with her sisters and had the Diamond perfumes. Now, my collection of KKW fragrances is quite literally a whole nother video, which I will link below. I loved lots of them and felt it when they just quite suddenly seemed to close the site down and they haven't had any new perfumes come out. But yeah, that's another story. But I did have one of the Chloe perfumes. The first one they brought out was Pink Diamond, and funnily enough, I'm actually favorited that very perfume on Vinted at the moment, and it's got tuberose, which puts me off personally a little bit, but it's lilac as well, so I'm wondering whether to buy that perfume. I've heard good things. That was Chloe's first perfume with KKW. Then she brought out Sapphire Diamond, and I had a bottle of that, and it was such a yummy scent with blueberry and whipped cream, and it smelled a little bit like Amor by Cacharel. The only thing is my bottle leaked, so I had to part ways with it because I just can't have it leaking on all my other bottles. But yeah, they were her 2 perfumes from KKW Fragrance, and then after that we've had XO Khloé. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you've got more insight into XO Khloé if you haven't smelt it already. Tell me please if it appeals to you or your thoughts on it if you have tried it already. And I'm here for chatting all things Chloe and her previous fragrances in the comments as well. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. You can go and find me on Instagram, TikTok and my blog too. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video.